Welcome to another weekly analysis on EMini futures. We are starting off with the S&P 500 index futures. Today is Saturday, March 18th, looking into the week of March 20th. As always, I try to repeat few things in my analysis. So let's start with the calendar. And going into the next week, we would like to see if there are any important economic events, and I do see CPI here for sure, but this is the big one here. So hence for this FOMC announcement, so we'll be expecting chop into this first 2 days, and we will keep that in mind. And usually you should always consider this into analysis. Either just trade these 2 days intraday and don't trade on the Wednesdays, and then just Fed will make really the market move. And you can, obviously, jobless claims are also there. It's an eventful week for sure. You can trade on Thursdays, but let's go back to our charts and look at the overall picture here. Pretty much it played out the way I had laid out in the last weekly analysis, and I've drawn this wedge. And if I zoom into this section here, you could see that it came down here. That's the cluster there. So right off there it bounced, and it basically tested that whole trend line and bounced. And how much is that retracement? If you can just see, this particular one, it's almost at 50% on that retracement. And if you check this sell off here, so this sell off here, and then retraces, sell off, retraces, sell off. That's what I'm looking at. It is not making higher highs if you just focus in this small area. So let me take this trend line out. I will leave this trend line. I would actually like to extend this one. So something like that. Okay, so if we look at that, and then we look at that, so two sell-offs. Obviously that bigger trend line there, it bounced from there, and then it is retracing to that 50% mark. So keeping that into mind here, I want to remove these two things and see what kind of formation is happening here. So I see that as a level there, so I'm going to add a resistance there right around that, and we're going to look in the regular trading hours in a short bit. But just looking at that, and obviously those were the weekly highs, so we have the levels there for sure. 4097 is a gap fill, so I have left it there. And definitely if it goes, those areas are worth I would see in the week. In the daily, it had actually sold off from there. It formed a base here, so like it moves sideways there. So let's dive a little bit more deeper to here. So a big, you can call it a doji or a pin or a hammer, but it's a rejection there. And if we are, I want to talk a little bit more about timing the market in another video. But here, if you did not participate in this one, and you did participate, you even lost this one here this day. So let's say these 2 days you did not participate. On this day, you could have participated here, right on that sideways movement here, and then target the bottom of that, which would have happened here. Yeah, you did not get a lot, but you could see here that you should start at 40.18 in one day, and in the second day 39.39, so 39.40. So that's almost 60 plus 10, 70 points in 2 days. So on one particular ES, just on a one position, in 2 days you're close to 70 points. That's pretty good in my book. If you do multiple of ES, then for sure more, uh, I would say more money to your account. What happened here though? Sold off, very strong selling, very strong selling. That's the, we have already known that 38.53 is one. It got rejected on that one, so it closed. If you see, it's trying to sell off. If sellers are trying to sell off and buyers so like are so, I think, say confident, the buyers are so confident they'll come here, and they showed up here. What would they do here? They will be really pushing that price up. So what happens here? Basically some stop hunt. So now is your chance, and then we start going up. That's what has happened. So what exactly has happened here? Equal buyers and equal sellers are here in this candle, and this is an uptrend. So if I am looking at this uptrend here, and I'll try to just do like a more parallel. If I'm looking at this uptrend and I draw something like this here, that's a typical pattern. That's your classic, not I would say bear pennant, but your bear flag. So you sell off, and then you start going up. But how far will it go? So that's where our timing comes into matter. Green day, red day, green day, inside red day. So had the buyers really closed above the previous day, I would have said the bulls are in control. Now they are not. So let's zoom out a little bit here, and let me show this piece here again on this chart here. So if it would have started forming a wedge, and you can actually see the wedge here, let me take this out. Okay, you can see that wedge there now. So it will may retest here. So somewhere here is a good point to add a level. And so that's very close by to my previous level, so maybe I'll just leave it as it is. So may retest here, then go up, retest, go up, and then break down. So that's what I'm looking for as of now. We are in a downtrend, and I'm looking for that. And if it breaks it down, I would try to take or short obviously a big position size at this 39.39 level. Remember the calendar event, so for the next 2 days it may be choppy and may move sideways because there is a base here. So intraday basis you want to be careful, even on swing basis you may want to be careful, but definitely where it has sold up first at that 40.20 level, I would try that again because now it's testing that level. So I'll try a short there based on price action, and my target will be obviously here down 39.40 area. That's what I'm looking at, going into next week, and that's with the backdrop of the FMC announcement. I'm going to be careful going into next week. So it's important to really figure out in such kind of scenarios who is in control and how the price action may play out, and then watch the price action to see if it plays out, and then you would have your trade plan and you play your trading plan based on how it played out. We never want to be, as retail traders, we never want to be the first one to move the price. Let the market move the price, then we participate in that price. That's all I had, and the levels pretty much stay the same. So as always, keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profit at large. Thank you.